comfortable seat on our mats. And let's take that moment to close the eyes. You can even draw your shoulders up to the ears like earrings and then draw them back and down. You're going to feel your collarbones broaden, chest nice and open. And if you place your hands on your lap, allow the palms to face up so that you're open to receiving. And before you start to manipulate the breath, just observe it, right? Is it choppy? Is it short? Can you smooth it out a little bit? So when we think of center, right, think about all the different ways we can divide the body. We can cut it, right down the line from the crown of the head, separating left from right. We could also do the front and back, right, make the division that way. Or we could do top to bottom. So we want to find the center so that all areas feel balanced and at ease. And as you bring your hands to heart center, I'm going to read 2 quotes. The first one, sometimes we have to travel to the edge of ourselves to find the center. And the second, at the center of your being, you have the answer. You know who you are, and you know what you want. So as you bring your hands to heart center, bow the chin to the fingertips. And let's together unite and dedicate this practice to finding our center. Of course, if you have a dedication or a personal mantra or a separate intention, invite that in as well. But collectively, I want you to feel super balanced by the time it's finished. We roll up our mats and we carry on with our day. The fact that you're here, you're already doing a great job. When you're ready, open the eyes. Release your prayer hands all the way up to the sky. Open the palms. And then exhale, take the arms by your side. From here, whatever way you sat, if you're in your cross leg, simply switch the cross. So if it's the left shin in front, now it's the right. And if you're in Baddha Konasana or Hero, stay as you are. And let's just melt forward to check out what's happening today. So some of you will stay on your finger pads, like a Geico grip, lifting the wrists. Some of you can make a little pillow for your forehead. If you've got a block, always feel free to put it in front of you. It will bring the ground up to you. Fill some space. Now, if you are able to connect your forehead onto something, maybe even rock it side to side. Give the temples a little massage here. Just tapping into that intuition, that third eye. And if you don't reach, you can even just take your thumbs and just tap it. Your intuition will never steer you wrong. It knows exactly where your center is. Take one more long inhale, and I want you to exhale through the lips, sigh it out. Letting all stress just roll off the shoulders. Good. Walk your hands back in, stack the spine. Let's come to tabletop all fours. So we'll line up our wrists right underneath the shoulders and the knees under the hips. Take a peek between the legs and make sure the tops of your feet are in line with your shin bones. And let's start with some cat-cow. Tucking the toes, inhale, we're gonna arch the spine, tailbone lifts. And when you're ready to exhale, tops of the feet come down, puff up your upper back, roll in. Couple more, inhale, toe tucks, heart expands, shoulder blades kiss together. Exhale, round and hunch. Everything that's touching the mat pushes down to give you more extension and flexion. One more. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Pull in. Find neutral tabletop here. Let's extend the right arm forward. Thumb is going to face up. Left toes can tuck as you straighten your left leg back. Up to you to elevate the leg hip height. Start to engage your core. And then today, let's take our elbow and knee underneath the torso to tap. Exhale, extend. Two more. Tap, just saying good morning, good afternoon, whenever you're watching this. One more time. Exhale, extend. And then bend your left leg back, and with your right hand, see if you can find that foot or ankle. If you want a little more, kick into the foot to open that right shoulder back. And breathe. And then slowly release. Arm forward, leg back, hand down, knee down. Left arm extends forward, bicep in line with your ear. Right toes can tuck as you extend the leg. You can keep it on the ground or elevate hip height. Lower belly draws up and in, so we automatically create that heat. And then take elbow and knee underneath you, tap. Exhale, extend. 2 more. Last one. And then bend the right knee with your left hand, find foot or ankle. If your balance is a little bit wibbly here, look down towards your right thumb or kick into the leg to add a little challenge, gaze up. Open that left shoulder. Beautiful. Slowly release. Hand down, knee down, child's pose. Knees open up. Hips sink back. Arms extend forward. Melt the heart. For me, I always can find center right here in this moment. Connecting to something much larger than us. We all find the unity, right? The coming together, the balance. Beautiful. Come back to tabletop. We'll come to a floating table next, tucking the toes, lifting the knees just about an inch or 2 off your mat, really pushing into the thumbs, the inner thumb. And then turbo dog. Chest pulls back towards the thigh. Shake your head out, no. And yes. And then slowly extend your right leg back, straightening it out. And then rebend the right knee, extend the left leg to straighten it. And then just take it for a slow walk. Maybe with the inhale, you move one leg. With the exhale, you bend the opposite. And let's come high up on our 10 toes. Lift your heels. Dial them to the right. Look under your left arm. Side body stretch. Again, high lifted heels. Dial them left. Look under your right arm. How much space can you find? Good. Final one, and then we'll find down dog here for a breath. For alignment, it's always nice to shift forward into plank upper push-up position. Some of you walk your hands a little further forward. And then all you have to do to come back to down dog, let your inner thighs pull you back, hips up. So your heels might not touch the ground. That's okay. We think about extending the heel back, the shin bone back, creating as much length as we can. Hollow out the armpits, and then look forward. We'll take a walk to the top of the mat your way. It could be baby steps, it could lunge. Feet or hips width are a little wider, and just hang heavy. Relax your jaw. Maybe a little sway side to side. We'll take a gentle twist, left hand under left shoulder, bend your left knee, right hand to right hip, and then just reach your right arm up. You can even look up towards your hand. Keep it simple, release. Right hand under right shoulder, left hand, left hip. Bend your right knee, torso turns to the left, left arm up. And then release. We're going to ragdoll all the way up to stand. Push into the 4 corners of the feet. Roll all the way up. Shoulders up, back and down. Already can feel the benefits from the yoga, yeah? All right, mountain pose, big toes together, top of the mat. On an inhale, everything reaches up, arms all the way to the sky. Look up towards your fingers. And then exhale, forward fold. You can come down the midline, bend your knees as much as you need to. On an inhale, lengthen halfway. You can bring your hands to your shins for even more. And then exhale, hands down, step back, plank. So it's your choice to lower all the way to the belly or halfway down. Tops of the feet come down, cobra or up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. So you can already feel the heat. Yeah, we haven't done much, but when we link the breath with the movement, we focus on not rushing everything, but really being present. All the gifts are coming in. Find your center. Starting to constrict the back of the throat if you haven't already. Ujjayi breath. Creating tapas. And look to the front of your mat. Your way, you can bring your big toes together. You can lunge. Any way you do it, it's light. On an inhale, lengthen halfway. You can always push against those shins. Nice flat back. Exhale, release. This time, reverse swan. So arms reach out and up. Come all the way to stand. Exhale, arms by your side. Good. Inhale, another round. So your Namaskar A. Exhale, forward fold. Fingers down to the ground. Bend your knees if you need. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, root your hands. Jump or step back plank. Chaturanga or to the belly. Inhale, pause in your back bend of choice. Really pushing into the mat. Shoulder heads roll back. Exhale, down dog. On an inhale, let's reach our right leg up, back. Bend the knee. Heel comes to the left glute. Take a peek under that right arm. Feel as much space as you can find. And then square the shoulder, square the hip, extend the leg back. Look forward, knee to nose. Right foot's going to step to the right hand. Let's lower the back left knee. Top of the foot comes down. On an inhale, arms rise up. It's a low crescent lunge. Really lengthening through the side of your waist. Maybe adding a little back bend or a cactus arm. You can even interlace fingers behind you. Really lift the heart. And then exhale, hands are going to come to the inside of your right foot. Heel toe the right foot to the edge of your mat. It's a lizard lunge. You can come onto the forearms if you want a little more. If you want to add in spinal twist here, you can either have your left hand under the shoulder, right hand to the thigh. Take a peek. Maybe add in quad stretch, right? Right hand reaches for your back foot and draw the heel in. If you want more of a heart opener, kick the foot back and peel the right shoulder back. If you want more of a quad stretch, you have your forearm on the ground, draw the heel into the glute. So it just depends, like where are you feeling tightness? Where do you want to make more space where you live? It's beautiful body. Okay, slowly release. We're going to come to half Hanuman, half split. So heel toe your right foot in and just start to extend the leg like a runner's lunge. Flex your foot, igniting the stretch on the back right hammy. So in order to feel the stretch, some of you just bend your elbows to the side. Pull the right hip back, lengthen through the spine. All right, let's re-engage the lunge. Hands frame the right foot. Left toe tucks left knee off the mat. Step back. Chaturanga. Inhale, shine your heart open. Exhale, down dog. Left leg reaches back. Open, bend, and stretch. Heel to the glute. I could stay here for several minutes, right? Right heel pushes down. Look under that left arm. So yummy. And then square everything off. So the left shoulder drops, left leg extends, which probably means you lower the leg a little bit, so it's hip height. Core engagement, bend the left knee, take it with you, almost like you can give it a smooch, and then lightly left foot forward. Right knee releases, top of the right foot comes down. So some of you walk hands up the thigh, arms reach up. Few breaths here, just kind of saying, what's up, psoas? Breathe into the stretch. Maybe adding in cactus, opening the heart. Maybe interlace, knuckles run down the back thigh. So it's almost like a humble warrior where you really pull the shoulder heads back, look up. And then hands are going to come inside the left foot, heel toe the left foot to the edge of your mat. So I just want you to find a little bit of space here before we take on the standing poses. Adding in twist, left hand, left thigh, take a peek over. You can always lower to the forearms, adding in twist. Maybe back knee bends, reaching for the foot with your left hand. And it just depends what you want. Do you want more quad, draw heel in? Do you want to stay up here, kick the leg back, open the chest? You're going to move all different directions, but being mindful to stay through center. Okay, half a split. So heel toe left foot a little bit more in. Extend the leg. Flex your 5 toes. And just think about a long spine. So you lead with your heart, bend the elbows, pull the left hip back. Just breathe. It's still early on, so nothing too cray-cray. And then re-engage lunge. Hands frame left foot, right toe tucks, right knee lifts. Step back. Chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale back. Deep breath in, open mouth, exhale. And then bring your toes together, look forward. You can softly jump, step, or walk your feet to your hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. First chair pose of the day. Hips sink back, arms reach up, 3 breaths. Sink a little lower, reach a little higher. Good. 1 more breath. And then push to stand, release the arms. Okay, Sun Sal B, chair pose, 1 breath. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step or jump back, lower. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. First warrior 1. Right foot steps forward. Left foot pivots flat, 45. Inhale, 5 breaths. So right hip pulls back so the left one can come forward. Really push down into the knife edge of your back left foot so the inner arch can lift. And then really open up your fingers and your hands. 1 more breath, maybe lean it back. Exhale, hands frame right foot, step back, lower. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Left foot steps forward, right foot pivots flat, Virabhadrasana 1. Inhale, arms reach. So left knee over left ankle. Left hip pulls back so the right one draws forward. Lower belly like you're wearing your favorite pair of skinny jeans, right? When's the last time you wore jeans? I've been living in yoga clothes. Probably you too. Right edge of the back foot pushes down so the inner arch lifts. And then extend through the side body. Yeah, light up your fingers. 1 more breath, maybe back. Exhale, hands frame left foot. Nice job. Step back, lower. Heat starting to come. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. So just notice the familiarity as we come back to dog. Little bit of muscle memory here. We engage quadriceps. Heart pushes back. 1 more inhale. And then bring your feet together. Look forward your way. Jump, step, or walk. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold in. Last one, chair pose, Utkatasana. Come to stand. Release your arms by your side. Good. Let's take a step back with the left foot. Hands can be on your hips so you keep them nice and neutral. Both legs are going to stay straight. You can go in for opposite elbows, or you could try reverse namaste. Bring your palms together. You can even do knuckles together if you're kind of in the middle. See what feels good. And then on an inhale, we're going to lengthen the spine. And the exhale will hinge forward. So tendency here is a tight hammy, right? So we come forward. I want you to think about this right hip actually drawing back. So figure my hand could pull the hip back. Good. And just breathe into it. 50% in each leg. Nice. 1 more breath. And then release your hands. Frame the right foot. And just soften for a moment. We're going to add in a little twist here. Keep your left hand on your left shoulder, or you can lower it even to a block. Right hand to the right hip. Now start to turn the torso so that the shoulders and chest face to the right. You could stay here or reach your right arm up. So it's a revolved triangle. It's a challenging pose. You want to stay long in the side waist. And then release. Hand down. Left foot's going to step up to meet the right. So soften the right knee. Left foot steps up and just recover here. Any forward fold of your choice. You can take peace sign fingers around big toes. If you want to incorporate the shoulders, you can lace your hands behind your back. Think about lifting the sits bones. Relax the jaw. And then your choice. You can slowly release and ragdoll, or you can reverse swan. Just see what you're feeling. If you roll up, knees always are soft to stay protected. Good. From here, right leg's going to step back. It's like a 3-foot stance. And you want to make sure your legs are hips distance apart. So don't be like so tight together, almost like railroad track, right? Hands to the hips so you can really help the right hip come forward. Now you can go in for opposite elbows and then switch it up so it's a little bit the awkward way. You could do your reverse knuckles or reverse prayer. Try to scoot your fingers higher up your spine. On an inhale, we find the length. As you exhale, hinge forward. So again, what's going to happen here is we don't want to feel the intensity. But what we have to do is be mindful to stay centered. So right hip forward, left hip back. You can even manually help yourself and then refine the stretch. Engaging the quadriceps, weight equally distributed. Good. Now, release right hand under right shoulder and take your block. Find the extension through the side waist, crown of the head forward, tailbone back, left hand to the left hip. Stay here, maybe start to turn the torso, face left. Stay here or left arm reaches up. Both legs engaged, finding space. One more breath. And then look down, hands frame the left foot. Soften for a moment. You have everything you need. And then right foot's going to step up to meet the left. And just hang here. Shake your head, yes. No. And then one vertebra at a time. Let's roll up. Shoulders up, back, and down. Vinyasa, clean the slate. Toes together, mountain pose. Inhale, so blessed, so grateful. Exhale, heaven to earth. Here we go. Inhale, lengthen, feeling strong. Exhale, jumper step back, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Right leg is going to reach up and back. Bend the knee, take the knee through to the nose, and then I want you to kick the leg out to the left. So you're going to come to the blade of the right foot, left foot pivots flat, left arm reaches up. So really push down into that right hand so your waist can lift. Beautiful. It's a fallen triangle, one more breath. And then hand down, knee back to midline, extend back, 3-leg dog. We're going to flip here to wild thing. So bend your right knee, look under your left arm. Make sure you have the room to lower your right foot down. Heel stays lifted. Right arm then reaches up. You can even stick out your tongue. Rock star, right? Let it out. Beautiful. Right hand down, right leg is up. And then step it through for a high crescent lunge. On an inhale, arms reach up. So your modification here is to lower your back knee. Twisting from the midline again, hands at heart center. You're going to try to hook your armpit outside the right thigh. Keep pressing your hands into each other. Notice, is the right hand pushing too much? The left hand, can you keep it at your sternum? Straightening out that back leg if it's lifted. You could stay, exalt. You could take half bind, right arm behind, left arm underneath. And then hands are going to frame that right foot. We're going to try to come into a side plank from here. So you're going to come to the blade of the left foot. You can either keep your right knee bent, right foot here, reach your right arm up. It's a modification. You could extend the right leg, keep it in front. Hardest variation is to stack your feet. Maybe bicep over the ear. One more breath. You got this. Look down, hand down. Your choice now. Meet and down dog or vinyasa through. Always feeling accomplished and strong, not defeated. You know you. Just hone in, clear all the obstacles. On an inhale, left leg rises. Knee to nose. You're going to kick it out to the right now. Extend the leg straight or on the blade of the foot. Right hand to right hip, right arm reaches up. So whatever's touching the floor, push down, lengthen, lift through the midline. And then right hand down, left knee bends, extend back, three-leg dog. Bend the knee, wild thing. Lower your foot, flip it. Left arm reaches up. So stay lifted on the ball of the foot, heel is up. And then left hand down, rewind. Left knee bends, softly step it to the left hand, high crescent lunge. Modify by dropping your right knee. Inhale, arms reach up. Hands at heart center. Spinal twist to the left. Right elbow or armpit to the outside of the thigh. Remember, we're equally pushing our hands in towards each other. Try to straighten that right leg if the knee is elevated. You can exalt, you can bind. Breathe. And then slowly release. Hands frame the left foot. Sweep it back. Your choice, Vinyasa or no yasa. Shifting forward. Lower. Inhale. Exhale. Let's all drop to our knees for a moment. You can sit back on your heels. Let's reach our right arm up. Reach for the upper mid back. You can even help it with your left hand. And then the left arm turns up. Maybe you find the fingers. Elbows draw into the center. Just breathe. And then switch. Left arm finds the upper back. Again, you can use that right hand on the elbow. One side's usually easier to access. Right hand faces away, bend the elbow, line that up. Leaning back. Recover. And then slowly release. Downward facing dog. Couple of balance poses coming up because that's always how we find our center, right? Bring your feet together. Look forward. You can jump, step, or walk your feet. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, fold in. Chair pose, neutralize. One breath. And then come to stand and release the arms. Okay, first one we're going to do is dancer pose today. Shoulders are nice and open. We've done a lot of internal rotation. Left foot will stay grounded. You're going to bend your right knee and take the foot to your glute. If you've got furniture nearby or a wall nearby, feel free to use it. Left arm will reach up. So this is hard. You're balancing already on one foot. If you want a little more, you can start to hinge forward. Left arm extends as you kick into the right leg to open the shoulder. Maybe chin mudra, thumb and pointer finger connect. Take one more breath. And then slowly release. Foot comes down. Side two. So we transfer the weight into this right leg. We reach for the inner arch of the left foot. Right arm elevates to the sky. Stay here. Start to hinge forward. Dhanurasana. Extend the arm. Chin mudra. Kick into the left foot. So maybe the toes come over your head. Strength, flexibility, endurance. Slowly release. And what's the worst case? You wobble a little bit, you come out, right? Okay, next one. We went from a nice open pose. We're going to condense everything back in with eagle. So knees are going to be slightly bent. Arms out like a letter T. Let's do right arm under left. So hinge at the elbows, line up. Some of you will be the backs of the hands. Some of you palms can touch. And then we're going to cross our right knee over the left. Really squat down. You can either keep your right toes on a floor or block, or you can tuck them behind your left calf. So your knees and elbows draw in. If you want to add in a little more, start to lower your elbows to the knees. So the whole front of your body is like twisted and collapsed, feeling the expansion in the upper body. Take one more breath. We're going to fly to warrior three pose. You're going to unravel the right leg, unravel the arms, reach them behind you today. Flex your right foot. Chest hovers parallel to the floor. Take one more breath. Hands at heart center, and allow your right foot to come down to meet the left. Good. Okay, one more. We're going to come down in a stretch. Sound good? Soften the knees. I like arms first, out like a T, because we cross at the midline, so we find it. Then we bend. Line up what you can. Elbows elevate. And then the lefty crosses over. So you're never going to get it if you're up high. You really have to sink down like a chair. You can bring your toes to the floor to a block. You can tuck behind your right calf. Maybe today your work is to balance, lifting the elbows, hands draw forward. Maybe you add in lowering down, making it a little more challenging. Right ankle fluctuating, it's all good. Those are your fine twitch muscles. And then we slowly unravel the left leg, reach your arms back. Hands could be in line with your hips to help your right hip drop. Flex the left foot like it's standing on something. One more breath, warrior three. And then hands at heart center. Left foot meets the right. Final vinyasa. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, root your hands, jump or step back, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Deep breath in, open mouth sigh. And let's drop to the knees. We're going to practice our headstand, so if you'd like to move your mat to the wall, even if you don't lift your legs today, let's just focus on what the alignment would look like. Sometimes when we do that, we realize it's more about bone stacking than effort, okay? We're going to interlace our fingers, cross the pinkies over each other. And you're going to lower your hands to the ground, and then you're going to tuck your chin in towards the chest so that the top of your head touches the floor and your hands support the back of your head. So even if you don't decide to float your legs, just practice this part with me. You're going to keep your knees bent and walk your feet in really close to you. And what's going to happen is your hips go right over your shoulders, that even if you play with just lifting one foot and then the other, maybe both knees, you're really close to the ground. And what happens is you're like, oh my gosh, all I have to do is float my legs up, and you feel that the forearms push down. There's not a lot of weight in the crown of your head, and it's bone stacking. Shoulders back away from the ears, right? So even if your feet stay on the ground, you're getting the benefit, right? You're trying. And if you're against a wall, you can slowly practice. When you're ready to come down, you can lower one leg or both legs, and then everyone take rest. Let me know how you did. Sometimes people are like, oh my gosh, I got it today. So leaning over to the side, let's extend both legs forward. Moving out any flesh from the sitting bones. Staff pose, hands underneath shoulders, long torso. And then reach the arms up. Hinge forward. See what you can find today. It might be your feet. It might be using your strap around the balls of the feet. Right? Just folding in here. Again, now we're finding the midline where we're kind of dividing the body between top and bottom here. And then slowly come up. Bend your right knee. Take the sole of the right foot inside the left thigh. Inhale, arms reach up. Janu Sushasana. Hinge it forward. You can reach for your foot. If you can, maybe cross at your wrists. Kind of sweet to bend at the elbows. Fold it. Good. Slowly come up. So bend that right knee again. This time hop the fence. So right foot over left leg. If you want, you can also bend the left leg in so the heel comes to the glute. Right arm is almost behind you like a second spine. You can do a flat palm or spider finger. Left arm reaches up, and then take your elbow to the outside of your right leg so you can look over your right shoulder. And then just take a double helix so the chin looks left. And then from here, we're going to find shoelace or Gomukhasana. So So all you have to do is scoot your legs to the side so the knees are going to stack. If you've got your block, you can always elevate the pelvic floor, sit on top. Some of you, it's a little extreme. Try bringing the heels in closer to the sits bone. See if that helps you. If you want more, shin's going to come parallel to the front of your mat. And then you could start to hinge forward. If you'd like to cross right arm, left arm, you can fold in this way too. Feeling the stretch in the outer hip, almost like a pigeon sensation. And then slowly come up. Extend the legs again. This time, left knee bends, so the foot comes inside the right thigh. Inhale, arms reach. Hinge forward. Reach for what you can. And melt. Maybe cross at the wrist, bend the elbows, forehead towards the knee. And then slowly come up. So the foot comes onto the earth now. And then we hop the fence. So left foot over right. If you want, lean over to the right so you can bend the heel in. Left arm creates that spine. Right, it's a little support. I'll turn to the side so you can see. And then right arm reaches up so you take the elbow to the outside of the thigh. So there's a bind here, right? You can take your right arm underneath and the left arm around. It's a little deeper. Keep pushing the left toes into the ground. If you take my classes in person, what do I always do, right? I come around and I push those toesies down. And then double helix, chin looks over that right shoulder. Beautiful. And then cow face shoelace, right? So we cross at the knees, line them up. Too much, heels in. You can use your block, elevate the pelvic floor. If you want to add in shoulders, take left arm, cross it over, right arm on top, and then just hinge and fold. Couple breaths here. Starting to slow down a bit, smooth out the breath a bit. Sometimes when we go slower and we concentrate, it's a little bit more challenging. But it's because you're focused, right? You're centered, you're balanced. So everything is more efficient. And slowly come up. Bring the soles of the feet together. Inhale, lift chest. Exhale, hinge. So your favorite expression here, you can keep holding on to the feet. You can walk the heels a little more forward. Thread your arms under calves. And then slowly come up. Let's open up to straddle. So maybe you turn horizontally on your mat, extending the legs here, moving any flesh back. Flex your feet. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, hinge forward. So you might start up here, that's fine. Start to walk your hands forward. Melt the head. Again, create the prayer hands like we did in class in the start. Maybe thumbs at forehead. Maybe you make a little pillow. If you've got your block nearby, you can even rest your forehead on it. And then slowly come up. Go ahead and draw the knees in together. Let's make our way onto our backs, extending the legs. You can reach your arms forward for your last bit of core work. Slowly let the low back touch down. And then the middle, and then the upper. A glimpse in Shavasana. We're almost there, guys. Quick back bend here. Let's bend the knees. I wanted to do so much more with you. I don't know where the time goes. But it's good that we have tomorrow. Don't forget 9 a.m. if you'd like to join me. So bridge pose or full wheel, your choice. You can lift your hips. You could lace the fingers, draw the shoulder blades in towards each other, blades down in the hands. You can line up your hands with your shoulders, come to crown of the head from here, eventually pushing into the hands, lift your head. 3 breaths here. And then tuck the chin, lower the spine, hug the knees in. Feels nice against the kidney on the ground. You can rock side to side too. And let's do legs up the wall here, extending the legs directly above your hips. Stay here for your inversion or maybe shoulder stand, elevating the hips. Support your low back. If you want to play with your eagle legs, sometimes when we eliminate the balance, we work with gravity. It's a little bit more accessible. You could do your straddle. Even into plow is kind of nice. Hands could grab the ankles. I'll give you 5 breaths here. So if you want to do plow, shoulder, any variations here. And then slowly find your way back, either reversing your bridge or using your arms like brake pads, extending the legs. And then hug both knees in. Open the arms out like angel wings. Cross left knee over right and just let the knees fall to the right. You can put your right hand on top of the left thigh. Melt the left shoulder down, just look to the left. To release, first head comes to center, then the knees. Unravel them and cross right over left. And then allow your knees to fall to the left. You can put your left hand on the right thigh. Right shoulder then grounds down as you turn your head to the right. Sending everything back to balance. And then head through center, knees through center. So today I'm going to give you the option. We always do Supta Baddha Konasana, right? Like 90% of the time. But one of the stretches that a lot of you, I know, I don't want to use the word need, but maybe could work on is hero pose where we come back. So if you're up for it, you can come forward. You bend the knees, you open your feet so you have a place to lower your sits bones. And if you want, you can sit on your block, and we're going to try to recline back. It's only for maybe 30 seconds up to a minute here before final relaxation. So you could drop to forearms. You could support your shoulders. This is one we do a lot in our yin, but we did a lot of lunge, a lot of warrior poses. We didn't do any external rotated poses if you noticed today, right? So it's kind of interesting as we change it up. That way the body never knows what to expect, but it helps us grow, be open-minded, and know that sometimes the poses that are a little more challenging just means we need to practice them a bit more. We don't label it as good or bad, but it just is. So when you're ready to come into final relaxation, you can do it by lifting the shoulder heads back up, carefully extending the legs. Open your heels and toes. Allow your arms to come down the side. Final conscious breath in through the nose, and then a nice big open mouth release. Feeling the bones heavy into the earth. Let the skin be soft. Separating the teeth. Relaxing the jaw. Eyes roll back into the skull. To reawaken your way. Little movement, deepen the breath, head side to side. Eventually taking knees into the midline. Use your right arm like a pillow, come into fetal pose. Just so that you can take this mental screenshot of how you feel. And then we'll meet in seated to close out the practice. So hands at heart center. Bow the chin to your fingertips. The analogy that just came to my mind is letting go of the training wheels, right? You have to kind of find that balance. So that we're not overdoing it in one extreme or underplaying it in another. Instead, we cultivate more balance and patience and love. And when we do it from our center, it's going to radiate out. So thank you for showing up, for doing the work. Namaste. Until we meet again.